more of an automated strategy. For those of you that follow our trading the news, that's more discretionary, and we found that using more of our discretion can sometimes be better than trying to use some of these automated strategies because, again, it might not be able to produce the results that we actually want. So one thing that we continue to do is we're continuing to ride that loss from here, right around that sell entry from 134.70. So basically, one thing that we really see is, using the grid strategy. Yes. Well, essentially, what the grid strategy does is it's just an automated strategy. That's why what we did with these strategies is we actually tested it on two different accounts. So one is just going to go long, and the other one is going short. We didn't place it on the same account. So basically, what we found by the strategy is, in essence, it is, but these are one of the strategies where, you guys can feel free to Google search it. It's a big topic amongst a lot of traders there. Not only in FX trading, but it's really a big topic in equity traders as well. And and this is just a prime example that I use where it really makes no sense to use. And this is why one of the things I want to stress here at today's presentation is that some people like scalp trading. It certainly works for some people, but when we're trying to come up with automated strategies and when we're trying to really just scalp the market every day, it's very difficult. And that's why one thing we're trying to get to here today is, if you're really into scalp trading, there's certain conditions that you want to meet before you even look at trading the market on an intraday basis. And as I mentioned, looking at the time, the volatility, as well as the liquidity of the market certainly can help. But again, just like trading any financial product, using a strategy like this, it has a lot of risk entailed. And this is why, this is just, and I'm really glad that we didn't put any money in this. This is more of demonstrating that we were trying to accomplish. Because we heard of the grid strategy, and we try to use a lot of different strategies just to see whether it would work or not. Basically, we're just trying to see how it would develop amongst our own findings itself. So because we have the spread, we need to make, we need a movement of 100 times to make up that spread. So it just depends on what the spread is. Yeah, and if you trade 100 times, you need 100 pips just to break even. Because there's always, every time you enter one position, you're paying one pip already. So, and that's where and these are just some of the hurdles that we overcome when we're trying to scalp trade. And this is why one thing that we do at dailyfx.com is trading the news, because that's one trade that we just try to typically go in, and we go in two lots, and we're just looking for a short-term a rally where we could pick up maybe anywhere between 20 to 40 pips, where we're just really looking at the cost of trading two lots. So, and another thing we want is certainly good execution. So slippage can really take a big toll on something like the grid strategy if the orders aren't getting filled on time. And again, slippage is always a big risk of what happens, and that's why when we do trading the news on dailyfx.com, we typically focus on the events that come out during the times where there's a lot of liquidity in the market. Typically the U.S. Open or the European Open, where we see all the markets come online. And these are just some of the things or the steps that we take to minimize that risk for not our orders getting filled or that risk for slippage. So another risk factor for trying to trade on an intraday basis is economic releases. So for those of you that are familiar with our Daily FX economic calendar, there's anywhere between 120 to 160